It's Sunday afternoon, evening. It's almost 5 o'clock here on the East Coast. Um, you guys probably noticed I've been sick. I feel better today. Today I feel 100% better than I did yesterday. Yesterday was bad. Yesterday was really, really bad. I've been sitting with this for almost a week, or about a week. The last two, the last 2 days were really, really bad. I appreciate you guys that have checked on me. Now I'll get back to that in a second. Um, those of you that know my history, when I get sick, when it lingers, it becomes worrisome. And yesterday was very worrisome. Those of you I did talk to, I did lead on, but it was very worrisome yesterday. But anyway, I'm good. Came out of it last night. Last night was what I call the hell night. Once I hit hell night, I know I'm pretty much over. But anyway, uh, I had somebody check on me earlier in the week, and it wasn't because you knew I was sick. It was because of three posts that I had posted, and they're no longer up. But you could tell that I was not my normal, compassionate, loving, preaching uh, self. There were three posts that were basically spaced from anger, and you picked up on that, and I do appreciate you picking up on that. Now, as I said in the post, one of the posts, I said that wasn't all had to do with me, all right? Now, that did come from a space of anger from within myself, but it all culminated from a space that over the last month, we'll call it month, it's a little bit longer, but over the last month, is I've been noticing a lot of energy, angry energy, from people, not directed at me. Okay, I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. So I talked to a few people, and basically what that was, I said in one of the posts, I said they're no longer up. All right, I took them down. I'll tell you why when I get done with this. But um, I was giving a voice to people that can't and won't. And what I mean by that is that I've been in their shoes before. I've been where they are in their journey. All right, whether it's coming out of an abusive relationship or coming out of a relationship of losing someone walking away, a failed relationship, whatever it is, and you are so exhausted, you don't have the energy to put into words what it is you feel. And if you've ever done this, you've been there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And coming from the space where I was dealing with grief again, I said, you'll go through the healing process, you'll go through grief multiple times. And the healing process, you'll revisit aspects of the healing process multiple times, okay? And I was dealing with the anger aspect again. And so it all just kind of came together. And I was putting a voice to those that couldn't, all right? And then they obviously they're very thankful and grateful for, that's exactly what we want to say, but we can't, or I can't, I don't know how. Because all in all, they didn't want to be disrespectful. I didn't want to be disrespectful to anyone. I didn't want the people that had hurt me to read that and be disrespected by it. And I was honest. I'll be authentically honest. But I don't want to disrespect anyone, so I'll get my point across. And I didn't want to disrespect myself, all right? Now, the reason I took them down is because they served their purpose. Now, I had people that I hadn't spoken to previously about it, read it, and they would tell me, hey, this is where I am, thank you. I didn't know how to say it, I didn't know what to feel. I didn't know how I was supposed to do this. So, it served its purpose. All three of them served their purpose, and I took them down. Okay, because I didn't want that lingering energy there to be drawn off of. I didn't want people to go back, oh, this is the time that it wasn't about that. Okay, negativity is a lot of times I'll take out. If I remember, I'll take out of my post. But like I said, I'll be genuinely authentic with you guys always. So now to say all that is that if you're going through anger, if you're going through the healing process, and this is what I've been doing, okay, for 7 years, this is what I've been doing, and I'll have moments like this. God has a distinct way of getting me to slow down, stop, and be still. It's usually getting sick, right? It's usually me getting sick, and I'm incapacitated in some way that I can't run from it. And I said the last week, but the last 3 days, really, I couldn't do anything. So I had to sit with it, and I knew it, and there's a lot of anger. And I say, being angry with someone else, for me, I can work through fairly easily. I can forgive fairly easily. I can work through that fairly easily. It's this dude right here that I have the hardest time with, the hardest time forgiving, the hardest time having compassion for. That's why I'm so deliberate with you guys when I say you've got to have compassion for yourself. first, and love and forgiveness for yourself first, because it starts here. It starts here. And that's not to say I don't have it for myself, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be able to do that for other people. Okay, I wouldn't be able to do that for other people effectively. But it's getting through the forgiveness, the forgiving, and the forgiving and the compassion for the other person, and then turning it on myself, because then I have no one else to blame. You know me? I have no one else to blame, and I put myself in the situations. I take responsibility and accountability. Now, going through this angry process, this process of anger, and I'm not an angry person. Okay, understand that. I'm a patient person. People don't know me. I'm a very, very patient person. But being blessed with patience means that I have the distinct responsibility of managing my anger. It doesn't mean denying my anger. It means managing my anger. And that's very difficult at times, because I have to find effective ways of releasing that anger. And a lot of you guys know the gym for me. All right. And I don't mean anger, I'm going to go beat somebody up. Okay. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about valid, healthy anger. All right. Anger is a reactionary emotion. Right. And to be able to have that and keep it healthy, we need to have ways of releasing that in a healthy way. Right. So as I've said before in previous videos, I don't care if you're with somebody or not, you will have to find ways of self-isolation at times. And for me, anger, when it comes to dealing with anger, I have to find that self-isolation, because I don't want to project onto anyone what it is I'm going through, especially people that have no responsibility for the situation that I'm in, dealing with. And I don't want to project on the person that isn't even directly related to the situation. Okay, all right, I don't want to do that. That's not to say that I won't speak out in anger. I won't make myself heard. That's not what I'm saying. But once I do that, then I need to be done with it. Okay? And I don't want to project, because once I turn it on myself, that's a whole different ballgame. For me, it's a whole different ballgame. Right? So I had to sit with it. God said you're gonna get sick, so you can't do anything but sit with it. But anyway, and to throw this in there, change is the only constant. And change, always change. And a lot of times that can trigger us, can trigger me. Change can trigger me. And what I mean by that is people leave, people come and go. People we don't think will ever leave our lives will leave. All right. And those of us that deal with abandonment issues, that can trigger us. And I don't care how many times I've worked through it. Again, I don't get over it, but I work through it. I don't care how many times I've worked through it. The pain is never less when somebody leaves my life. Whether it's whatever the relationship is, friendship, romantic relationship, it doesn't matter. When somebody leaves my life and they make it known that they're leaving my life, the pain is never any less. Whether I've been dealing with this my entire life or it just started yesterday. Okay? But the lessons of what I've had to learn through my life helps make that time span of which I work in small. The pain is still there. The pain has always started where it starts. I mean, always. It's never less. So I want to give you guys encouragement. When I always say, put in the work. I'm not telling you it's easy. Anybody that tells you it's easy is lying to you, or they've never been through the process. Listen, I did a ton of crying, a ton of yelling into my pillow over the last 3 days. I'm not ashamed to say it. Listen, if you're healing, you're doing that. If you're not doing that, then you're not healing. Sorry. You're not healing. If you're not screaming and yelling into your pillow, if you're not crying, then you're not healing. Period. Hate me now, hate me later, disagree with me, I don't care. You're wrong. You're wrong. If you are not screaming and yelling into your pillow, or in the car, I do it in the car, I do it outside, or you're not crying, then you're not healing. All right? I love you. I love all of you. This has gone way too long. Hit me up. I know you will. I love you. I appreciate all of you. Those of you checking on me, I'm coming back. Every day is closer for me moving, get out west. I cannot wait. I'm praying for my partner, praying for my counterpart. I know she's out there. I don't know who she is. I thought a couple times I did, but I know God is working in her life. He's working in mine. Obviously, we're not together yet, so one of us or both of us are not ready yet. I know I have things to work on, but I love you. I love all of you, and I'll be talking to you soon.